exactly for. And then we will do From the Messiah, and with his stripes we are healed. We don't need to practice that. For the stripping of the altar, Barry will be chanting the psalm. When he is done with that, we will sing the last piece of music that's handed out in this group of hymns, Stay With Me, which is only 6 measures long, 7 measures, 6 measures. We'll sing it probably 20 times. I could use 5 or 6 or 8 soloists on it. And when the soloists sing, we will just go to a hum. Let's sing it in parts once with piano, and then we'll try it with some soloists. If you've wanted to sing a solo, this is your chance, but let's run through it once. So here's the way I want to do the solos. We'll probably sing it through twice, and then I'll wait for someone, like at an auction, no matter where I stand, hi! So I'll wait for one of you to raise your hand that you're ready to sing a solo, and then we'll go to an and I'll be looking for the next hand to go up, and we'll do like a whole series of solos in a row, and once you've raised your hand, I'll point at you that yes, you have the solo, and we'll just do it spontaneously that way, and let's try that. Let's sing through it once in parts without piano, and then we'll try a couple of times with the choir just on a hum and with soloists. Ready, and... Thank you. So, yes. That would be good. Okay, everyone on the melody ones. That would have been a smart thing for me to do. Ready, melody. So tomorrow we'll sing this at least 10 times through, maybe as many as 20. Yeah.
Do you want continuous sound or humming, or do you want a break?
Continuous all the way through.
Rest, so the stagger breathing.
Yep.
Thank you.
So that's everything for tomorrow night.
And we ran out of bulletins.
I'll print off some more.
And pins for...
Yep, I'll print off some more. On to Good Friday. We will wear black on Good Friday.
Tomorrow, is anything we want?
Wear whatever you want tomorrow. The prelude for Good Friday will begin at 10 minutes after 6. And the first thing in the prelude is the choir singing this, which again, we practiced back in January and beginning of February. It should be in the same stack of music with the Miserere. And if you don't have a copy, there's about 25 of them right here. And you can be that person when we turn in music that has 7 copies of the same song.
It's the one that was growing.
Yep, yep. Here's the next one. We will sing this in English, and after we're done singing it, I will play the organ trio version of it. Yeah. Yes. And it's front to back. Yeah. We sing it in parts. There's only one stanza, but the first line is, and 3 measures are repeated. Let me play through the first lick of it in English. From the and, sins, dark, load. Let's do them very staccato. Sins, dark. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4 measures from the end on the word take on him. Ready, and. chance to run through this with organ? Yes?
Will load be part of this? The
No, that'll be, oh, yeah. It's from Bach's little organ book. This is one of his, yeah. And then this will be what the organ prelude is for the next 7 minutes. And the melody is buried under all kinds of ornamentation and stuff, and you'll be able to listen going, oh, I know that song. While I'm playing the organ prelude, those of you who are in the quartet will walk up front and sit in the front pew. Pastor Mary and Pastor Ryan will be kneeling at the altar during the organ prelude. Once I've finished it, they will get up and they'll go sit down on the 2 sides. Once they've done that, the quartet will go stand up front, and we'll practice that in the sanctuary in a few minutes. And then we do the miserere. In the bulletin on page 8, were you there when they crucified my Lord? When we do stanza 5, the introduction, we will just hum it, and then I'll come in on organ while we sing it. We can run through that on Friday, and that will be fun. And as soon as the sermon, the homily is over, we'll be doing Behold the Lamb of God. Page 9. And then the congregation sings, "O come, let us worship him," and we need to help lead that, so let's start on "O come." O come, let us worship him. Yeah. And then, if you look on page 10, we have all of the solemn reproaches, and at the end of each, we have the sung refrain, which we need to lead. Sing it through before the prayers begin. And so let's practice it right now. Holy God. Ready? And. Holy God, holy and mighty, holy and immortal, have mercy on us. Without piano. Ready? And. Everything we need to know for Good Friday. On the Easter Vigil, we sing during communion. Yeah, since my man came deaf. And then the other pieces are ones that we know. And we'll have a chance on Sunday to practice with the strings. So all of that is good. We need to run through the miserere once or twice in here, and then we'll run into the sanctuary to run through it once. On Saturday for the Easter Vigil, we always start services at 6:15, but we've made an exception and moved it to 6 because it's an hour and a half service, so that we all have time to get to Ben's recital at 8 o'clock. They were making the calendar and everything was coming out, and I said, no. The choir will walk out. We're all going to Ben's recital. We have to start 15 minutes early, so Ben, it's all about you. The miserere, let's have the quartet come up. If you're missing your copy of it, some people turn them in. Ben, do you need...
Oh, yes, I think, was one of these left over from...
Here's...
Okay. Something on Sunday that I was like, oh, wait, I need it.
Anyone else? Well, good for you.
So I have a quick question. Yes. So did you take out page 11?
let me talk through from top to bottom. You as a choir sing the first page. And then Curtis will be in the chapel, one of the Lawrence students, who practiced with us before, 1,000,000 years ago, when we were going to do this for Ash Wednesday. So he will sing everything at the top of page 2, and then the quartet sings all of the rest of page 2. Top of page 3, Curtis sings that one line, and then when we get to measure 32 where it says chorus, it's the chorus. And we have that whole section. At the top of page 4, it's still the full chorus. When we get to measure 45, that's the soloist, that's Curtis. And then soli, the coro favorito at 47, is the quartet up here. Measure 60, the solo is Curtis again. At 62, where it says chorus, is you. Measure 75 is Curtis the soloist. Measure 77 is the coro favorito, the quartet. And measure 90 will be Curtis. We skip all of page 8. Well, we skip all of page 8. Andrew will sing at measure 105, and then we skip all of the rest of page 9. And then Andrew, I'll have you sing measure 120 also.
Measure 120 as well, okay.
Yep. And then we skip all the rest of page 10. Curtis will sing measure 134, and we skip the rest of that page. And we come in at measure 149 where it says chorus. Does that make sense?
Who is it 105? I'm sorry, where's that? So you sing these two.
105
Yes,
is
I'm singing
Andrew.
105 and 120, and then Curtis is singing 130.
Yes. I know you want to. Beginning to choir begins. And we're done with rehearsal because that's the whole song. We do that several times, it's just different words. So it's exactly the same of what you just sang, and then they have exactly the same thing, and then you have your part, and they have their part, you have yours, they have theirs, and then we finish. And that's the whole thing. But we'll run through all of it. But I'm just saying, that's really everything.
According to the multitude of thy mercies, do away mine offenses.
Ready? And
Thank
do that. So let's skip ahead to 32, full choir, against thee only. Ready?
Behold, I was shapen in wickedness, and in sin hath my mother conceived me.
Let's skip ahead to 62, thou shalt make me. Ready, and. Let's skip to the last 2 pages.
Sorry, wait, in 68, is it 3 beats or 4? Because it both says 3 beats and 1, 2, 3, 4.
So, the measure before it is half a measure, and what you see at 67 is half a measure. So, instead of having a double dotted, yep.
Sorry, I was actually talking about the next bar, 68, with
it's a dotted whole note. Yep.
Okay, it is.
Yep.
Oh, I think 3 beats mean the dot.
So, on to measure 149, and then we'll go into the sanctuary and we'll run this all the way through top to bottom. Page 13 is intimidating because there's 72,000 different lines of music, but it's just one line from left to right, and you just need to find your part and sing it across. It's worth putting a star or highlighting or whatever. Let's start at measure 149. And remember, sacrifice, righteousness will do as a triplet. Ready? Okay, let's do that again. Then shalt thou.